After a successful and exciting Spanish Grand Prix at Catalonia for the McLaren team, all the teams were excited to get down to the testing that was to be held only a few days later. Testing is a time for when reserve drivers within a team are able to take the car out on track and produce data models for the teams. Some of these reserve drivers included Mercedes reserve driver Pascal Wehrlein and Williams reserve driver Susie Wolff. Most teams, including McLaren and notably Red Bull, have brought in engine upgrades in order to close the deficit to the Mercedes team that dominated the first quarter of the season. Mercedes had brought in a few small upgrades to their car, ensuring their car would stay at the front of the pack. Unlike Red Bull and McLaren, the Mercedes had decided to bring in a new modification to their front wing, most notably the end plates on the front flex more, which meant that the aerodynamics on the car improved, and hence that the turn-in on the car had improved. Ferrari brought in new suspension chassis in order to improve the car's stability on the track. This was the same story down at Toro Rosso, who had also decided to bring the new suspension chassis plus a new rear wing to increase downforce in those hard circuits such as Monaco and Singapore that were to come later in the season. Force India announced that their B-Spec car was currently in development back at the factory, and that it should arrive by the next testing at Spielberg in a few months' time. However, the main headline was that despite only just managing to turn up for the first race in Melbourne, the Man and Russia team decided to miss out on the first set of testing due to issues and problems with their car. After the testing days at Catalonia, it seemed that Mercedes was still the team to beat. However, several changes has happened in the field. Ferrari seems to have closed the gap to Mercedes, meaning that races could be more in their grasp, plus Red Bull have overcome their season woes with improvement which should position them higher than their sister team in the races to come. The midfield looks as though it would be much closer as McLaren have improved their engine, which should continue to put them within the midfield. However, they may be able to challenge the front runners if the upgrades are sufficient enough to the car. That's it for the testing roundup. Now it's on to round 6 at the famous Monaco circuit, where we'll see these changes be put into action.